It's the big DJ with the big sound. We're talking DJ Me, stamped in the street.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy DJ Meat. We're live right now on the DJ Meat podcast. And you already know we back with another special one, man. Another tax evasion.
You had somebody in here before me?
No, we talking about you because we going to deal like multiple, so it's another one.
Oh, because I just felt like you cheating on me.
I
felt like,
definitely.
so you invited somebody else to take over my set right now?
Listen, people been asking like, yo, I do taxes too. Like, you go, like, I got you.
Okay, all right. I mean, we can kind of share.
Okay, we can do that a little bit. Just a little bit, just a tad there, you know.
Share. Okay.
But ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, Charlise the Tax Queen is in the building. Let everybody know, you know.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Don't I always say Happy Friday? Yeah. So K&M Taxes, we would have still been at work, and but we had to cut it short to come in, of course. Support the podcast for year 3.
Yes,
year 3, year 4. So thank you for having me yet again to discuss the new tax law updates and all these changes for 2023.
It's definitely. When I saw the changes, I saw like a lot of people saying, "Boy, you might get $43 back." Yeah, we gotta talk about this because is it really that bad? Like, damn.
I'm not gonna say it's bad. It's just back to where we were pre-pandemic.
I hate that word.
Pre-pandemic.
That shit just sounds so broke.
Pre-pandemic.
Like, pre-pandemic.
So.
Yeah, you ain't got no money. You're pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
Like, you was broke before that, so.
So most of the credits that we do have now are minimal, but we do have them. So I take pride in taking my continuing education courses, of course. So most of our customers that come through K&M Taxes are not going to get $47. You may get $247, but it's $247 more than you would have gotten, right? If you want to use that analogy. But yeah, we're back to basic returns. Remember, we had the additional child tax credit. Mm-hmm. We had double earned income credit, right? Mm-hmm. We had double daycare credit. Plus, we had the advanced child tax credit payments some people got that they were able to get when they filed their taxes. So last year, people were walking with 2 small kids, minimum wage income, $15,000, $16,000 returns, right? So those same returns now are $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, right? Because all that extra money was not a part of the new bill. So, yeah, we're back there. But, yeah, still looking forward to exciting tax season in spite of, because, again, it's nothing that we can do different. But just adjust and find a preparer that's invested in their continued education courses to know how to still maximize and get you the most money, even though we're back at basic pre-pandemic returns.
All right, so if someone ain't really fluent with the upkeep of all the classes and everything, that they don't know it's extra money out there for you.
Right. So what we've been getting a lot of calls, and we've gotten double the clientele because they're like, wait a minute, what are you guys doing different than the girl I went to? Because she told me I'm only getting $47. Like, I come over here, how come I'm getting $2,047?
Okay.
So I tell them it's a difference in the prepare, their level of education, right? I tell people now, because don't get me wrong, I support upcoming tax preparers that want to venture out and work for themselves, right. But they have to invest in the continuing education courses. Right now, rule of thumb, I would not let a tax preparer do my taxes that does not know how to prepare a business tax return, right? You can't talk to me because you can't tell me that you've invested enough in yourself to learn everything and tell me if there's more credits you can offer me.
Okay, so can you briefly tell me what's the difference between the business tax credit and the personal tax credit?
Well, a business tax return is
I'm sorry.
So when you are a business owner, right, legally you're supposed to file a business tax return. So those are 1120 Corp, right? 1120 small businesses, S Corp, to be taxed as an S Corp. You can do a partnership return, which is a 1065, right? We do have the non-for-profit returns. We have the estate planning return. So to me at this point, I'll support you your first year if you tell me I want to try it, right? Mm-hmm. I respect that. But in order for you to stay in this line of business and really be able to adjust with the waves, we went through a season where it was all given to us, and now we have to figure out how do we still maximize our refund legally. So I want to go to somebody that's educated, right? I don't want to go to nobody that tell me, girl, no, I can't do nothing for you because we're back to basics. No. Figure it out. Like,
yeah, that's going to be hard.
You ain't go back to school? What you was doing this whole year? Just chilling on the beach, right? So people, that's important. I know you want to support your friends, but go to a professional. Rule of thumb. Can you prepare a business tax return? If they tell you no, run. That's it. That's it. Right. You have to make your preparers level up because we're not in a season to where we can just accept the minimum. It's still hard. Rent is double. Bills is double. You go out to the club now, instead of you spending $10 on the drink, I'm spending $20. Yeah. I'm in the house. I only drink wine now. It's bad. Right? And I'm out here making it. So you still have to put yourself in other people's shoe, right? And I want to go to somebody that can relate to me and that's been where I am and that really cares about maxing me out legally, right? Legally.
That's it.
Legally. But that means you had to have invest in your education to understand those extra, tax credits and these new tax laws. And listen, we mastered them. We got it. So y'all looking for a new tax home? Y'all shout out to Kingdom Taxes. Thank you for this moment to just get that out. But no, seriously, like real talk. If they can't do a business tax return, get out of their office. They better not tell you, no, I'm going to outsource it. No, sit there and you watch them do it.
So let me ask you this. For those entrepreneurs, that don't get the regular checks and everything like that, and they may have a bank account, how do they, how do they want to file taxes because, it's the legal thing to do. How do you approach their situation?
Well, each situation is different, but I still tell them legally they should file, because we all have a tax obligation. It's not always about a refund, but as a business owner, you want to potentially get from, beginning stages, you want to intermediate, advance a little bit and then eventually get to a higher level. But with that comes that, like that track record, that tax track record, because if I'm in my first year and I'm just winging it, working a job, taking my own money to invest, I don't want to do that my entire entrepreneur journey, right? I want to be able to go to the banks and get some of their money, right, to be able to leverage and negotiate low interest loans for me to use their money and not be so stressed on all my money trying to grow this business. But one of those requirements is a paper trail. How much money did your business report? How am I going to offer you a loan if you don't have anything on writing telling me how can I guarantee this loan, right? Yeah, we all want to be business owners, but you really have to think about, just that track record, right? Because I don't care how much money you make. If you go to the bank and say, I want to get $1 million loan, because if I had $1 million, I'm not using my $1 million to do an investment.
Right.
I just won't.
That's not smart.
Not all of it, right? But if I go to the bank and ask for a loan and I have $1 million, they don't care about what I have. What did you report to the IRS? How much taxes did you pay? You know what I mean? How can I guarantee that I'm going to get this money back besides this hoard of cash you got from nowhere, right? So we have to think more about that too. That's just as important as you running a business, maintaining a business, and growing it. It's a part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's definitely important. So let me ask you this. Medical expenses.
Medical expenses. Okay.
Expenses. How is that deducted during tax? Because you got to pay for those things if you use that. Yeah.
So medical expenses is maybe 10% of your deductions on your return. So let's say, for example, you paid $100,000 in medical expenses. You got sick that year, whatever, and your income was $50,000, right? Mm-hmm. So you can say, well, I don't have anything else. I don't own a home. I don't have any deductions, but I do have this $100,000 medical bill that I've paid $50,000 towards. Can I write some of this off? Mm-hmm. You can only write off 15% of it as a deduction, but it has to make sense. So, for example, meaning it has to make sense. I can't just say, okay, well, I made $50,000. I pay zero taxes, and I'm going to charge off the $50,000 and get some of that money back from it. No. The whole itemization is the return in the whole. So you'll have to have mortgage interest, property taxes, charitable contributions, and medical expenses up to that 15% you can deduct, that you may get a percentage of it back based on those things I said before. How much money you made, right? Did you pay the right amount of taxes? You know what I mean? Did you go exempt any that year? So everything is, you have to look at it as a whole opposed to just one single thing. You know, that's a part of the entire return. If that makes sense. Yeah. It does.
It do, but it's kind of...
It sounded like it made sense, but you know.
It did, like, but it's still like you got to have more equity into bills, I guess.
Not bills, just everything else. It's like a circle. You know what I mean? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. And then we may give you just a percentage of that little bit back.
You may get it. It's not even guaranteed. Like,
yeah, it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. Yeah.
What are some mistakes that you have noticed that people make, like, doing their filing?
Leaving off a lot of paperwork. A lot of people be so in a rush to file that they forget they pulled money from their 401k, or they left a job and the job cashed them out. They forget that they worked a part-time job throughout that year because they had 5 other jobs, and we filed that, oh, I left off a W-2. Oh, I forgot I took money from my 401k. Oh, I forgot I got unemployment. Oh, I forgot I sold my house and it was $400,000. You forgot that. But okay, we going to go with it. We going to roll with it, right? So with that forgetfulness, we can always do an amendment. But I always tell them, listen, if we do an amendment, I can't guarantee that you're going to, get a refund, because I don't know when I put the numbers in if you paid the right amount of tax. If it puts you over a certain income level, all of that stuff applies. So I tell them to, let's amend it as soon as they close out your case. And closing out your case means you got paid already, right? So we can go in and make changes. But there may be some overpayment, right? They may pay you, or you may have to pay them with penalty and interest. So, just try to wait as long as you can to get everything before you go see your tax preparer, or before you come see us. Ideally, us first.
It's hard to find that balance, though.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I can say that honestly, like, especially when when you got so much on your plate to do.
Right.
You feel me? It's a lot that you gotta take in, you gotta give out.
Right.
But I definitely see, you doing it. And
especially giving out, because remember we talked about, like, just really walking that paper trail. I would talk that shit, like, really, for the first, I was on that. For the first 5-6 years, I was not really doing it. So once I'm like, man, let me stop playing. Let me get payroll for real. So when you say carry people, like, I'm literally everybody on payroll. It's no ifs, no ands, no exceptions. When I tell you, when I ran payroll yesterday, I say, how much? I'm ready to go back to saying, y'all know what? Don't worry about it. Just go home. I'm telling you, when you in it, it's different. Because it's not just you. I got to worry about them. You know what I'm saying? Keeping them employed, making sure the offices is ran, making sure everything gets paid, still trying to meet overhead. So it's like, okay, I need somebody to talk to. I need somebody that I can bounce these ideas off of that's been there besides just, my peers, because they can't relate. And it's not their fault. Like, this isn't their vision. This isn't something that they want to do. So it's different. Like, I'm telling you, a lot of days, like, I'll really go and just get me some me time. I'll go somewhere and hit a little hole in the wall with my little cup of wine and just really just gather my thoughts. And have to be up the next morning, but my mind just racing because I'm sitting there trying to figure out, okay, you know what I mean? Like, what to do, God? Like, what's next? And then I got all these people on my shoulders, so it's like I can't fail. So tell me what to do. What makes sense?
What makes sense?
For everybody,
What other avenues, in business that you're thinking about, or you're partaking in?
You know what? I really, because I'm so in the mud over here, I really wanted to try to do something off the record, and don't quote me on it. I wanted to learn how to code. I want to sit there and take a coding class. It was something I came across called She Codes. It's like a woman's like little boot camp coding. I just want to do something else outside of crunching numbers. Like that type of numbers, right? But I'm good with numbers, so I think something in engineering will be perfect for me. So I really don't have any other goal outside of just grounding this business even more. Because, of course, we've been in it 16 years. So I think it's finally our time to really, make it happen. I just want to do something fun, just something I wanted to do, because I've had to be so focused and so, goal-driven for so many years. The kids are a little bit older. Everything at home is better. So it's like, okay, what else to do? Like, I'm bored. So just something fun, just a hobby to pick up. Nothing else business related. This is enough for now.
3 locations.
For now.
3 locations. So now that's it right now.
Enough.
But no, but coding, that's very cool. Like that's something different.
Yeah.
I don't know why I've been seeing a lot of ads for that.
Coding. I think because the demand is so high. But I mean, I'm not interested in doing it just to get the job that make the 6 figures. I just want to do it. It's just something I want to try.
No, definitely. I feel I have a similar, feeling of belief in the same thing. Like coding and graphics. Yeah.
See. Okay, glad I'm not alone. I thought I felt like, am I the only one that want to try something quirky like coding?
I actually want to do that.
Goofy for real.
You think I'm lying, but I really feel like application the other day for an online class.
Yeah.
Yes.
I signed up for like the subscription, so they'll send me like reminders. I'll be here deleting. Stop! I'm too busy right now. I'm gonna look at it in May. Like, let me just get through. But I'm definitely gonna sign up for it. Okay. I'm gonna do it.
Ari, what's up? You in the cut?
Look, we gonna take a break because
yeah, we're gonna take a break. We'll be back in a minute, man. Y'all keep it locked on there. DJ Meat Podcast. Shout out to Tax Queen in the building.
Thank you for having me. Y'all looking for a new tax home? Listen, y'all hit us up, knmtaxes.com, 786-206-7927. And we have 3 locations. The newest one is 13215 Northwest 7th Avenue. Broward is 3324 West Broward Boulevard. And the main one we've had for 16 years is in Miami, 3625 Northwest 17th Avenue. Okay, so y'all check us out if y'all looking for a new tax home.